time. It's Dark Angel's Journey. I'm Shakira. All right, we are into March. It's Friday. I had I have allergies. Yay! But at least I know why I was feeling so craptastic for the last 2 weeks. And I should have been ginormous this whole time. Anyway, it's Friday. I just finished month seven's core content for ICT. Definitely good to know all that stuff. I'm very excited. Um, it's time to just do pure and simple practice. Let's see if we can find setups and let's do top down and just go from there. All ICT concepts. My idea is depending on what the trend is that we find for the day that we're going to be trading within. We'll see what the weekly trend is. We'll see if we can figure out what the weekly uh, cycle or range or whatever it is, and then we'll see if we can find my favorite setups in there. That sounds like a good time. Drop a like, drop a comment, um, subscribe if you feel like it. But let's get on with it, man. I finally feel like a person again. Jeez. Let's get tiny. Okay, cool. All right. So this is my new week opening gap chart for ES, the E-minis. On the top of this, we do also have the IPTA data ranges, 30, 40, and I feel like from a quarterly shift perspective, I probably should not have moved these guys. So I'm gonna go from January to March and see how we feel. So we should be back over here, and I'll move those on the daily. So just gonna deal with the look back. We haven't gotten far, so let's just bring it down a little bit. And we're using these so we can kind of figure out where our higher time frame PD arrays are for these day trades. Okay, so what have we done? So the highest high in 60 days, still here, that's been taken. The lowest low, they haven't come anywhere close to it. 40 days, highest high, lowest low, still haven't come anywhere near it. 20 days, highest high, taken it. The lowest low, they haven't come anywhere near it either. All right, so for what they have taken, um, last 20 days, they've taken out this high and made themselves a new set of bullish order blocks. We seem to have broken down, so we've switched out to a bearish set of order blocks here with this shift. And what have they traded down into from a PDOA perspective? Bearish order block here. They've dropped into the top of this bearish order block, and let's zoom in a bit. Is there any kind of, and they've filled in this fair value gap right there on the daily. They filled it right in. There. So we're inside of this bullish order block here, and they seem to be reacting quite nicely. If you notice, they have not dropped a body of a candle below it. So let's go up to the weekly really quickly and see what this looks like. So on the weekly, and these lines are my new week opening gaps, right? This is the most recent week color-wise. And I'm just going to be using them for targeting purposes, just like I use the Fibonacci for that as well. So this week is forming with a green candle, so it's coming in somewhat bullish. From a weekly PDOA perspective, let's see. So we come into this bullish order block right here, right? And what else? Hmm. And, nope. So bullish order block on the weekly there. Fair value gap inside this space. Um, we have this big liquidity void up here that I think I have delineated in my other, let's open that one up. And let's save this. And I gotta check for the contract from March, but there's a big liquidity void here. So we have an old low here. We have a new high up here to play with, along with this one, liquidity void there, fair value gap. In between all of this, just a lot of it left over there. Lots of fun things to consider. So I'll leave that, save that, and let's head over to ES. All right. So I'm curious, we're going to use my 1 hour. Oh, they dipped into the buy site that I had specified. So very nice, very nice. Oh, why does it say? Sorry about that. Hold on. Thought I clicked on. Oh, it is at 5 minutes. Hold on, it should be at 1 hour. Should make more sense. So they dipped into the buy side that I had specified pretty much on the 15-minute. Let's clean that up. Let me clean up all this other stuff down here. And looks like they've been rejected off of that fair value gap. I wonder where that came from. Probably on a higher time frame. I'm not really. Let's dip out to the daily. Okay, so what are we looking at? So we have a green week. So I'm looking for up where we've hit equilibrium on the monthly premium and discount. And then yeah, so I had this bullish order block delineated and they hit consequent encroachment on a wick and they never made it down to this weekly order block on the bottom here. So, and what in the blue blazes is I really need to label things, really need to label things. I think this is the halfway point between this and that, and bearish order block up top here. And this should be the halfway point between this and that. They haven't made it back down there, so whatever. Rejection block, so we'll see how that works out. And put this back to the 1 hour. And yes, I just started doing analysis. Let's see, it's Monday. Let's see if we add the sessions in here, the lines that delineate the trading sessions, precision. Yep. I want to see the lines. I don't think I got it in there, just so I can know where time frame, 24 hours lock. Previous day close price, maybe appearance, session breaks. All right, let's see what that looks like. And what's the time frame in terms of the breaks? This is the 1 hour, so so it's that. Why do they think 3:30 is a session break? And that's 9:30. Well, I guess because of the time frame that I'm on. Let's save that, strip down to 15 minutes. And let's be more precise. Yeah, that's good. And let's put that back to regular trading hours. Do that. I think I'll leave that on there so I can tell. So that's 6 o'clock right there is the start of the new session. So then now it's much easier for me to find the new day opening gap. So that's 6 o'clock. That's 4:45. We can probably drop down to the 1 minute on this guy and then scroll back over the break and find it. Perfect. Yeah, should leave that on there. Wow, there's not really much of a gap, is there? It's just this. Well, let's see. Um, that's the close. That's the open. So that was 4:30. Let's do this. Let's thicken that up. And then well, it did open. Yeah, there was no gap when it opened. It just opened and then dropped. So let's just say new day opening gap, even if there isn't really one, and drop this to the right. But that's where it is. All right, so this is my 15 minutes. Sorry about that. It's my 1 hour. Okay, and let's head back into here. I know what I said I was going to do. I'm still going to do it, but I just want to, let's move this, what 5 handles looks like. We'll extend this out. And where is my midnight opening price thingy? Let's delete that. We've busted past that, so we don't need that anymore. And okay, so this is my New York session delineation from yesterday, something that I need to do. So I am going to drop from here, get into the 15, should be 15 minutes, and I'm going to move this. I should say New York kill zone. So it's a new day. I'll put it up here. And zoom in on the time. We're on the 3rd. So let's get it's Friday actually. Haha, what time is it? 7. So I'm gonna specify this at 8:30 all the way and to about 11, let's say 11:15-ish, right there approximately. That's where we are right now, and we are well. Where do we open at? Wow, okay. So let's specify midnight opening price right here. Okay, and maybe we can find something to play with. Okay, let's see how the rest of this week has played out, right? So, just gonna come back in here. And this is more at the moment since my mind is thinking, it's thinking about how the week, let's see what this looks like. What? Why does it look like that? Okay, previous, okay. And you're not showing me. Let's do 4 hours. It's probably better. Okay, so Monday was the 27th. Let's see what the market manipulation looked like. All right, so the 27th, so what did we do? We opened, we rallied up, we made the high of the week on Monday. Okay, we made the high of the week on Monday, and then we kept dropping based off of the profile. We didn't take it out on Tuesday or Wednesday, so Thursday we made the low of the week, and then now we're trailing away from it. back up to up here. So on Thursday, we decided we're gonna like run for profit. Reversals, right? Reversals. Interesting. Anyway, sorry, I got really distracted. I haven't had a chance to play with any of this. All right, understanding all of that awesomeness. Set that to the 1 hour and do auto on that so we can see that's the midnight opening price right there. And let's bring this down and we can minimize that for the moment. That's what we're doing. And this is the 15 minutes. So we've taken out buy side here nicely, and we are at equilibrium. So I don't know. Let's save that, and let's grab my back testing, and let's see if we can find some setups, okay? I'm going to switch out to ES, and let's see if we could have traded this week's awesomeness. So let's just go to the daily. And I didn't have a chance to do anything on Tuesday and Wednesday for the most part. So let's go to Wednesday because Tuesday has a bigger range. Let's go to Tuesday. Let's replay, and so I'm gonna do that. And I'm gonna do 12 hours on that and see where we're at. Friday, really. Let's move forward a candle. Sunday. Monday. Why did I do that? Tuesday at 6. Okay. So I'm gonna go drop down to the 4 hour, and I'm gonna add the sessions in here. Okay, beautiful. So I can see the days. So this is Tuesday, and then late night for Tuesday. Okay, good. So let's go down to the 1 hour. And so Monday we made a high up here. Tuesday, continuing from Monday, Tuesday we didn't take it out. So I am going to I'm gonna go to the 4 hour and see if I can find some PD arrays to play with. Okay, so we have this sell side right here. So let's delineate that guy right there as sell side. We're expecting prices to go lower. And let's also delineate this guy down here as sell side on the 4 hour. And then PD arrays to be considered, right? We're at a bullish order block right here. They plowed right through it. Bullish order block right here is where they're at right now. So I'm just gonna delineate that right there. I'm just gonna plus OB. So they've made their way down to that already. That's the green. For the order block, consequent encroachment is about midway. So let's drop that in there too. Just areas of general interest. Let me just do that. And then let's make sure I've got it all. Oh man, my eyeballing was pretty much spot on. Isn't that awesome? I dig it. What else do we have? Fair value gap. They've taken care of that. There's one down below here. So I'm just doing a little targeting all the way down here. Specify that. So I know where they might go, right? If they're going to continue down. There's one between here and here as well. So I'll just note that. So we've got it's more of like a buy side inefficiency, sell side imbalance. So two general areas to bring them back down and push them past it. So I like it. Okay, and so far for the week, we've been very bearish. And we're on Tuesday. It's like 6 o'clock on Tuesday. So I'm gonna I'm gonna push, sorry. I'll push this forward to about the time when I would actually be awake. Things to note, right? So I'm worried. I want to trade in Wednesday. Wednesday started, I'm gonna go to the 1 hour. Okay. So let me grab this and let's grab midnight. So Wednesday opened here. So let's set the midnight opening price. And for that, I'm trying to figure out like power of three, right? And been dropping quite precipitously. What's on top of this bearish order block right here? Where are we? So bullish order block down here and here. Sell side's taken there. So bearish order block up here, tapping into that. What time is it? Wednesday at 9 o'clock already? That can't be right. Ah, come on. You pushed too far. That's fine. 9:45. It keeps changing as I drop down. Okay. So what did 8:30 bring us? So 8:30 opened here, just below. And order block right here. They've dipped into it, come back up into it. Can I see anything exciting on the 5-minute for that? All right, so what have we done? All right, so from an aiming perspective, I've got two things. I've got sell side down here. And what did I do? Set this as, it's a bullish order block. That's the right, so I can see it. So they dropped into it and rallied away from it. Still pretty bearish though. So what are we thinking here? So we did we've been dropping for a bit. We shifted. I'm expecting, so I'm gonna draw this across. So just gonna go with bearish order block. So we're between two PD arrays here. Let's change this to red. And all right, so we're between two, and this guy just rolled through. We have a shift, and we roll back up. What did we roll back up into? So rejection wick. Let's just note that. So rejection block, sorry. So rejection block there. Okay, and I'm just gonna drop this on here so I can see where consequent encroachment of that rejection block is. They haven't made it back up to it, so that makes me feel like they're not continuing back up. And I'm just gonna put CE on that. Whoops, CE. And turn it yellow because that's the color I've been using for it. You can use whatever color you want. And then I'm going to take CE of that, and they have dipped into that, and then they've dropped precipitously. Okay, so in terms of a short entry, right? And for this particular range, we're still in the premium zone above the 0.5. And if I'm aiming for this CR, then I'm aiming for somewhere in here or down here, right? For like a bigger swing for the day. So let's see what this, can I go lower? I'm not gonna try, okay. Nice swing here. I need it to leave me something juicy, Okay, so now we have a fair value gap right here. We've just busted above the halfway point. Would like them to come back up. Well, looks like down they go. Dang. So wanted a short entry. Really give me anything. Problem is I'm on a 5-minute. Like, could have gone to the 3-minute maybe? Okay, could I have seen anything juicy on the 3 minute? Let's zoom in. Because I knew we wanted to go short. Shift. I think this is what he calls the implied fair value gap, like between that and that. And they traded right back up into it and then dropped and then didn't really give me what I wanted. They've shifted. Honestly, this is the shift I would have cared about the most. And the implied fair value gap. Ah, dang it. All right, well, what time is it? Sorry, I should make a very serious habit of delineating the AM kill zone to about 11, but 11:15-ish. Let's note this as the NY kill zone, AM. Put an E on that because we know how to, okay, so the AM session. So they've taken this out. They still have a lot of runway as far as I'm concerned, right? 3 minutes. Can I get down to 2 minutes? Yes. Okay, let's try and do this on the 2 minutes. Okay, so they've taken, and I'll take that off. We're eyeballing halfway point right there, so we can delete that. And from the higher time frame, we're aiming for this order block and this sell side liquidity down here. And let me put this to the right so we can see it, right? So aim for that. So then that would be my 39.57.50 would be my general space, what I'm looking for. Consequent encroachment, of course, and whatever below it, and then inside of this fair value gap. So we'll come back to that. Let's see if they give us, do we have a decent opportunity? So order block right here, coupled with this one right here. I want them to come back up here for a potential entry. Let's see. Okay. So what is my plan here? So my plan is for that and stop loss above that guy, and I'm planning for coming in here somewhere based off of let's do this. Make sure it's nice and accurate for targeting. So this is consequent encroachment, so I could be aiming for that. I'm looking for something inside of here, so let's see how well that works. And I mean, sell side's all the way down here. So let's think about it like this. My actual aim is here, below sell side. Let's think about like areas where we can take profit, right? So consequent encroachment is right there. So let's say first take profit will be here. Take profit there. And second, once they get into this thing right here, let's say right there, and let's put that there. And then final is down there, right? So let's see if we get something like that. I do have this fair value gap above it. I want it to be a breakaway gap. I don't want them to come back up to it, but my stop loss is above it. Well, let's be honest. My stop loss needs to be above this order block right here. Okay, so let's see. So are they gonna, all right. Are we gonna stop there? Dang it. So am I being too ridiculous with my entries right there? I don't know. Let's see. I could be wrong. I could be missing it. Yep, definitely missing it. But what they have done is given me another set of order blocks right here for another type of style of entry. They took that out, so I'm thinking there's a tiny, let's zoom in here. Let's zoom in. There's a tiny liquidity void, sorry, volume imbalance right there to go with this fair value gap. So I like something there. Let's see. Come back up to it. Come on. Thinking. Coming up. Now, this changes my entry requirements, right? If I want it there, we still have this fair value gap above it, so they'll probably take some of that. So stop loss above that. And there we are. So I'd sell right here. Okay. Coming in. Now I need this fair value gap to act as resistance. And I'll remove this since we're in and we know where we want to go. So I need it to stay inside of that. We haven't been stopped out yet. It's above there. Looks like we might be though. So I would flatten because I would be stopped out. Looks like they're coming back up to my original entry, my entry area. Okay, so let's go back. Fair value gap. This was where I wanted to enter in the first place. Stop loss above that candle, coming down like that. So let's see, do we get another opportunity? Well, I would have entered there anyway, so should I cheat and just do it now? Because this is the general space. 2 minutes. Okay. Fair value gap. Let's see if we can get them to tap in a little bit more. And I probably should have bought it right there. Do I get one more? No? Okay. This is the problem with I can't see the candles painting because now it's gonna drop, right? So if it goes right above it one more time, it's using it as support, as resistance now, right? So I'm gonna go ahead. It's not quite perfect. I'm gonna sell on that candle right there. And let's see. All right. All right. Now I'm bearish. I'm expecting them to continue on down. This guy, it's tapping into this order block. I'm not really super worried about it. Oh, maybe I should be. Still inside of it though. Come on. It's too clean, isn't it? Now with this entry, my stop loss is above here. So no, don't use it as support. Okay, body's not inside of it, so still good. As long as they're not closing a body, I'm okay. All right, so we're at this bullish order block. Of course, they're gonna hang out and gather more orders. In terms of managing this trade, what are we doing? Because I'm too zoomed in right now. So took that out, switched. We haven't really, I needed to take this out. Stop loss is above that. So if I'm wrong, I'm wrong. Need to take it out. Needed to, now we're bouncing between these two, hanging out this order block. Just gathering stuff, still using this as resistance. So Okay, still, the body's still inside of it. My stop loss is a few pips above this candle right here, so I would have to dip above that for that to take me out. Come on, they're still respecting the fair value gap. So unless they take it out with prejudice, they're still coiling upwards. Lots of stuff up here, but this is it. If I'm wrong, I'm wrong, but and there I am. A few pips above it. So let's flatten. So I'm down 575. Okay. Okay. All right, so let me just make sure I know what I'm looking at. So in terms of this area, I am in a range. And I bought at equilibrium, probably not the best idea. Some good idea to know what the heck. We have a nice shift. There's order blocks up here. We're back at the opening price at midnight. What's 8:30? Oh, Shakira's being lame. See, forgot about the kill zone. We're in like lunchtime now, 12. So the lunchtime stuff wasn't cool. This is what I needed to have gotten. I didn't get it. So let's let this play. And I want to see what happens in the PM session. So let me just clone this. So after 1:30, about 1:30 there. So far we are not. I'm going to take this up to 4 o'clock for me. Yeah, approximately. All right. So let's see what happens with this. You gotta take it out. Let's push this across. You take that out. If you're gonna go higher, then you take that out. Okay. So I'm gonna take this out. Let's see. So, all right, so what have they left me? Let's look at it. They took buy side here shallowly, left a fair value gap here. So I want to see if they're going to take this. If they don't, then I'm going short again. Shallow run below here. Come back into the fair value gap, which is where I'd like to go short, right there. All right. Equal. They barely made through that, so I should have gone short here. But they roll through it. So I want to see some commitment. Equal highs right there. And there's this bearish order block from the higher time frame. All right, so they wicked above it. All right, so they took out the C of that. Midpoint's about there. Let's see. So they've taken this out and that out. Is that enough? Okay. Now, the one thing I didn't do is figure out what was above, because I've been very short biased this whole time, which has been biting me in the proverbial booty in this process. So these two things are pretty close. So my two areas of interest above here. I'm not changing my bias for the moment because they still haven't taken this out, and we're deep into a premium for this little range here. And let me just note that this is also buy side. Well, they're so close to it, they're gonna take it. I mean, yeah. But like I said, I'm waiting till 1:30 to see what's happening. So they've taken that buy side. Delete that. Okay. And now they're heading. Okay. That's pretty bearish order block, right? It's okay for them to roll up above it. So we're coming into the kill zone. So 1:30. It's after 1:30. The lows prior to lunch is right here. So we have sell side right there. We have sell side down here. Lots to play with, right? So the range has expanded. So if during this time they take this out, then we're going down. If they don't take it out, then we're continuing up, and then I'll focus more clearly on what's above here. Fair value gap there. I mean, with this one being so close, I would just assume they would take that. Take that one off. And the next one being up here. Okay, so let's head back to where we're failing. So I'm down 575 based on my. It's probably a little less because my stop loss have been a little tighter, but still. All right, so they've taken that. Let's see what they do here. Okay, so we're in the 130. All right, so relatively equal highs there. They like to take those. Do we get a good little shift, like a proper one? Because we haven't really gotten any. Okay, so what have we done? We've come back to this order block right here. It's really close to that, so I wouldn't be doing anything anyway. Okay, so we have a shift here. And relatively equal highs above. I guess we could call that rejection block. Because they haven't closed any bodies above this wick. They left a fair value gap right here, and now we have a bearish order block. And if this passes this candle, then we have a breaker right there. Actually, breaker right here. It's between two lows. Well, it's a bullish mitigation block right here as well. So let's see. All right. So what are we looking for? Entry here, stop loss above there. And I gotta get comfortable above that. And then from a targeting perspective, let's drop our fib and use this high and that low, since I don't know where, don't have anything else to work towards. So here's sell side here to be taken. So first take profit there. Aiming for all the way down here. Well, this guy acted as resistance, so we got to be careful. So would be that guy. So I'll leave that up for now. Let's see if we get an entry in first and foremost. And this would be a mitigation block right here. Fair value gap right here. I'm being very, like, I want this. Technically, I should be looking at that entry because the wick is so long. And that's closer to the top of that jives with the top of the fair value gap. And how many pips is that? 14 ticks. I mean, that's not bad. and then we're aiming for at least a 1 to 3. So this is below there. We have this fair value gap to contend with. So they're going to go below it. We'll do that. And that's 38 pips or ticks or whatever. And I mean, this order block down here that they hung out at a bunch, I'd rather go for that. So that's more what I would be looking for. So let's see if we get the entry. Almost. Okay, so let's sell there. Whoa! Honestly, wouldn't have even had time to put my stop loss in on that candle. What? Is this a news day or something? I mean, seriously. Because I would have been stopped out, but whatever. I fear it's probably gonna pop back up again. That's crazy, man. Yep. This is definitely a news day. Definitely a news day. Look at that. That's crazy. That's why you don't trade news days. Did we have FOMC or something? All right, so I'm gonna drop it when it gets to the top of that. Don't even get a chance to do it. I wish I could do this. This is Wednesday. Let's go to Forex Factory, actually, because if it was news, I wouldn't have been trading it. Let's see. Ah, hold on. This is Wednesday, yeah. So what happened in the afternoon? It's 10 a.m., man. What? There's literally, I don't see a reason for any of this insanity right here. Didn't even get a chance to do anything with it. Oh, I'm gonna cheat and see if it goes down to where it needs to go. Oh my goodness. That's crazy. Let's flatten right there. Wait, what? Oh, yeah, I only made a little bit back. Okay, let's see if we can. We're still in the kill zone. Let's try for the 315, 345 macro. All right. That's funny. I don't know what that was. Okay, so what time is it? So now we have these guys. If it chooses to remain below it, then we might get something to work with, like Propo instead of this insanity. All right. So it did take out the lunch lows. So I'm thinking, my shorting is still in play. And finally, we have a fair value gap. We've got a rejection here, and three order blocks right there. So let's see if I can get something in here. And let's look to the right. I mean, I guess this would be considered a mitigation block, but I still need to work that out. So stop loss would be up here. And this ridiculousness right here, wow, that was just crazy. I don't know about you, but so stop loss down here. So um, that's down there. I'm going to be aiming for that right there. Okay, let's see if we get an entry. Technically, that should have been the entry, but I didn't hit the button, so fail. Took that out. There's got this order block right here. Tiny, tiny fair value gap right there. Gotta be nimble. Still not nimble. But I think if we're lucky, it might go back up. Or, nope, nope, not lucky. I'm just gonna, okay. All right, maybe our patience will give us something. Order blocks right here though, technically. Stop loss up there, so I should just sell right here. And I'm probably wrong and it goes up more. Okay. Gotta get used to that feeling, right? Looking for something down here. Coming in nicely. And we're not inside of the 315 thing yet. If it's gonna come back up, order block, if fair value gap right here should hold it down. That's my expectation. I don't want to see it go past that. It's okay to use it as support, but that's it. Okay. Consequent encroachment. I'm either gonna like hang out there for a second. What time is it? Coming in on the 315 macro. So this would be a secondary opportunity. So I'm gonna, when it gets back up in there, if it does, I was gonna buy another contract right there. Hanging out. All right. So I'm gonna sell another one there. So I have two of them because we're going down. Nice draw down here. The macro is in play. I might be getting my arse handed to me. Need this to keep it down. Come on. Okay, let's take these lows out. Don't fight it, man. Oh, the sea is killing me, man. Okay. This is chop. So much chop. There's no real shift in another direction. That's coming for down here. I'm up a decent amount from the day that would offset my morning losses. We take those out. We're continuing down. Yes. All right. Left anything juicy? No. Still beefing with this CE. What time is it? 3:40. Okay. All right, so we have 340, and we have this little area here. I took these lows out. If it goes above that, I'll close out. It's just a wick, so, but it seems to be holding the price down. So where is my fib? So the next area below consequent encroachment is here, 39.77. It is 344. I will flatten here because I'm not interested in fighting with the macro. It probably goes further down, but I don't know, fighting too much. So let's see what actually happens here. Yeah, yeah. It's just, yeah. So I'm happy with my little gains there because look what would have happened right after. It's like it's fighting it too much, and that was holding the price. So okay. So given my choices, I would have come out net positive. It would have been a bad morning, but the afternoon session gave me what I needed. Regardless of this insanity here, which is probably a good reason to wait until, after 1:30 for something clear. Anyway, so I'm gonna be doing more and more of these and then more live versions of it as much as I can because I need to get used to pressing the button and being okay with the loss. And there should be no excitement. just none. Just clinical. This is what happens. This is why I got in here. This is why I exited. You saw the reason why I sold it here because it's soupy. It's not moving. It's at an area of interest and it could choose to turn around, right? And my fib was pretty much in line with it below this sell side. So a good place to exit and we see what happened after that. Let's drill through some more. Yeah, because they could just be coming back up into here, but the macro's done, so I'm not interested in any other plays there. But I think net positive is always a good day. Even if it's $2 in the positive, it's still better than losing your money. And that's still a nice $1,000 is a nice gain for the day. I mean, who's making $1,000 a day? Not me. Are you? I'd be happy with it. Come now. So I think this was a good lesson for me, and I will continue consistently doing this over and over again until I'm comfortable and I know what I'm looking for. And because I was looking for shorts all day, but the morning session really messed with me and it wanted to continue up. But once we got into the PM session and we made a nice shift, then that took care of it. But I, obviously still have a lot of practice to learn about understanding bias and where it might go. So if that was a good time for you, it was definitely a good time for me. Then drop a like, drop a comment. Let me know what your thoughts are. There's so much fascinating, interesting things that can happen during the trading day that can get you to where you want to be. And I am absolutely happy with my progress because you're not going to win everything, you're not going to lose it, you're not going to lose, but the point that I want to get to is where it's clinical. It's okay, I entered, I set, it worked, great. It didn't work, great. Move on to the next setup. Has my bias changed? No. Looking for that something to confirm it, not force it, confirm it. All right, so happy trading, be safe. Shakira out.